not as much the parent company, such as Johnson & Johnson or whatever that. I think Procter & Gamble is Old Spice. But yeah, it's the Old Spice. It's what you see on the product itself. When I see Old Spice, I don't think Procter & Gamble. I think Procter & Gamble. But excuse me. But I think Old Spice, and so it's the product itself more than the company.
I think it's really what you see in like the commercials. Is what he's trying to say. I mean, like not like the building. Maybe you see the building sometimes, especially when you're near New York. But it's really what they put in your head during the commercial.
Yeah. But you're aware of some of the companies, the big companies that are behind those brands, it sounds like. Do you ever see them advertising, like the Procter & Gamble or the Unilever? Or
Well, you never really see the big company, you see the brand names. And really when you go to buy a product, you're paying for the brand. Like, someone's more likely to buy sneakers made by Nike than sneakers by something they'd never heard of before.
I admire Old Spice. I'm going to be honest, their marketing is fantastic, and the product itself is very reliable, and it's kind of a well-known name for generations, so I think they're a good company. It's really funny. I mean, the guy riding on a horse saying, "Look at me, now look at your boyfriend," and it's really, it's humorous, but it's not inappropriate, so I think it walks a very good path.
I don't want to be offensive to Tom's shoes. I don't think they're like particularly attractive shoes, but when my friend told me that it was helping, I think it's kids in Africa, I considered buying a pair, and I think I'm actually going to, because people also say that they're really comfy and stuff like that, so it was the first thing that I thought of.
I'm not a car buyer, so to speak, but but when I see just a list of features, I see that almost any company can give me a car with features. Not every company can give me a product or a car that makes me feel a certain way. I can go to any number of places like Toyota, Honda, Ford, and they can all give me my basic things, air conditioning, all sorts of stuff. But not every car can make me really want to use it and really want it.
So part of it had to do with an artist that you know and like, his music in the background.
Yeah, just something I can connect to, something I'm familiar with that's sort of interesting and cool.
I think adding an incentive for the product is really important because it really made me want to go out and buy a pair. Because I mean, I think it's really important that it's for a good cause, more important than like the fashion needs.
I think, frankly, that is fantastic, and I love the idea, but lots of times it's more of an added bonus. You see something, you're going to buy it, and then you're like, oh, dollar goes to pandas in China, and you're like, all right, that's fantastic. But I'm not going to, most of the time, I'm not going to go on the internet and search out something specifically because for a good cause. I'm going to get what I'm desiring at the moment. Well, for me, I play lacrosse, and also for other athletic equipment, I really rely on brand names because, especially for sports that are contact, I want to rely on brands I know are good to keep me safe.